Welcome back students to Smashub Web Development course. In this tutorial, you will learn about how to make forms using HTML. An HTML form is used to collect user input. The user input can then be sent to a server for processing. Forms are usually used to make login and sign up pages in a website. Sometimes it is also used in making the query page. Now let us see an example. In this, we have written the code for a form where the values are already initialized. Also, we have created one more HTML document with the text "You are logged in." In the form tag, I have mentioned the login.html page in the action attribute so that when the submit button is clicked, it will go to the login.html page where the text will be displayed. Now, when we run this form, the form is shown with the values Harry and Potter. Now, when we click the submit button, the text also gets displayed. How did we do it? I'll tell you. But before that, we need to know about the various elements used in the form. First is the form element. Form element defines a form in HTML that is used to collect user input. The form elements are described under the form tag. The various form elements used in the form are input element, select element, text area element, button element, field set and legend element, data list element, and output element. Let us take a look at each one of them now. One of the most used form element is the input element. The input element can be displayed in several ways depending on the type attribute. In case the type attribute is not written in the input element, then the default type, that is text, is used. Now, let us see the example. In this code, I have made a form to take input of the first name and last name. Now, when we run this code, the required form gets displayed. Now, let us put the values. And submitted, the message gets displayed. Now suppose that we want to display radio buttons in order to display gender. Here we have added 3 more input attributes with type radio. Now let us run this code. We observe that the radio buttons are displayed here. Now let us write and female submit. Here is the output. Now I wish to have checkbox instead of radio buttons. So I have changed the type from radio to checkbox. So when we run this code, we observe that the genders are displayed along with the checkbox. And submit. The message is displayed here. Next thing I want is that the label should be removed and it should be replaced by a placeholder. Now let us run the code. We see that the first name and the last name are displayed in the text area. Now, here we see that the text is displayed. The various input types that can be used in the HTML document are listed here. In the previous example, we observed a button, namely Submit. This is the button element. It is used to go on a different action after filling the form. Let us look at the example. Now, when we run this code, a button is displayed. On clicking this button,